questions still remain unanswered, and I wonder what the solution will be. Cause when you stand up to oppose the wrong, they hold you down and say, keep your mouth shut. When I stand up to reveal the secret, everyone walks out, leaving the questioner amazed. Yes, tell I the truth now. How did the world go crazy? Keep that easy show. Cause there be no smoke, not fire, fire. Tell I the truth. How did the world go crazy? Keep that easy show. Cause there be no smoke, not fire, fire. Tell I get jelly creamy soul. Let the snake come forward now. We wanna know the truth. Let the fire maker come forward now. We wanna know the truth. Stop pointing fingers, just carry across now. Don't rob Peter, pay Paul. Stop pointing fingers, just carry across. Don't you blame others for your own mistakes, yeah. Tell I the truth now. How did the world go crazy?
Good morning to every one of you. We want to use this time to extend happy Unification Day, especially for those of you who are currently in Liberia and celebrating it as a national holiday. We want to say a big happy Unification Day to all of you. There is time you can use to call somebody who you have been angry with or have some issue with to just reconcile and extend apology to them and reunite. Because we live a life that no one knows tomorrow. So this morning, our show will be hosting a lawmaker. Our show will be hosting the Honorable Ellen A. Ator, the representative of District Number 3, Magibi County. And this morning, she will be sharing with us some issues from the legislature, from her county, and her work, and how we all can collaborate as Liberians to make sure that we move Liberia forward. So we ask you to stay tuned, and we play you small music as we connect her on the line this morning from Liberia, and then we start our conversation. Stay tuned for a very great conversation this morning. Thank you.
It is so hard for me to understand this controversial situation. Many questions still remain unanswered, and I wonder what the solution will be. Cause when you stand up to oppose the wrong, they hold you down and say, keep your mouth shut.
Honorable the Ambassador Joe Wilson, we want to extend to you a congratulatory message from the Abraga Talk Show. Congratulations, you did extremely well to have walked away from Brindis University with 2 masters. One in sustainable development and one in global health policy. Yeah, I mean, it's a great thing to see a young man like you who put time to make sure that you come out with a very great result. Those 2 degrees are very significant to the rebuilding of Liberia.
How till the world go crazy? Cause should be no smoke, not fire, fire. Tell let the snake come forward now. We wanna know the truth. Let the fire maker come forward now. We wanna know the truth. Stop.
So I want to say we are all set and ready to start. We have the lawmaker from Liberia, Honorable Ellen A. Atto, representative of District Number 3. She will be our guest this morning. And then she'll be sharing with us some of the latest development in Liberia, issues that are being pressed right now to the National Legislature, and issue of war crime code, the bill that is taking over the country, issue of economic crimes, bills in the parliament, things happening in your district, things happening in your county, and so forth. And so this morning, my name is Chief Emmanuel N.B. Flomo, and I'm here this morning with the CEO, Mr. Umzi Ibrahim K. Kamara, who is seated right on my right hand, and we are all set this morning to start this program. Good morning, Mr. Kamara.
Good morning, Emmanuel, and good morning to our listeners. Let me say, like Emmanuel said, Happy Unification Day. We are well seated and well calculated show this morning. We, like he said, we are prepared to go into the issues, to discuss issues that affect the life of our people, and that is the reason why we intend to bring people with vast ideas, people that are representing the masses to this platform. That's what makes us different from other platforms. Here we invite people that are seated at the heart of decision making in our country. So Honorable Atto will be here speaking to us about the, like you said, the latest development in the National Legislature. What are some of the bills that the Liberians, you may be aware, she is a new lawmaker. She was just elected. Let us try to hear from the lawmaker some of the progress. And you, the audience, it will be necessary that you also listen attentively so you can be able to ask your lawmakers questions that you think she need to answer.
So, are we set?
Yeah, we are all set. While we wait, the lawmaker to call in. Today's unification day in our country, and most of us, this is a day that has been set aside for us to reflect on what happens in the past and how can we move on. A unification day was set aside for us to be able to unite as a country and as people living in the conflict territories of our country, Liberia. So this day is very much significant, and for the President George Mannen, we are to come out this morning, or if not yesterday, for us to observe this day as a national holiday is welcoming. We need to go around in the loops and corners of our country for us to be able to unite with everyone. We have the Honorable on the line. Good morning, Honorable Atto.
Good morning.
You are live on the Abraka Talk Show this morning from the United States, specifically the state of Pennsylvania. We are here seated with Chief Emmanuel Bombosi, and speaking to you, I am Umze Ibrahim K. Kamara. Who is Ellen Atto?
Honorable Ellen Nato is the lawmaker of District Number 3, Magibi County, Republic of Liberia.
Honorable Ato, I guess you are new to the national legislature. What have been some of prior to you coming to the legislature? What are some of your background? The audience are interested in knowing some of your background before coming to the national legislature, so that when you are giving your analysis on issues, it will not just be speaking from a vague point of view, that you will be speaking from a professional standpoint.
Okay, Honorable Ellen A. Atto, prior to my election, I worked for a private institution. But lastly, because for the sake of time, I will try to make it as fast and short. Prior to my election, I worked for Guarantee Trust Bank, that's GT Bank, Liberia Limited, where I served as a marketer, and then I was recently promoted to the head of private banking, Guarantee Trust Bank, the head office in 13th Street. That was my last area of work before the election.
Okay.
So you are an expert in finance.
Oh yes.
And we hope you are
I
on
work
the.
for the bank.
I guess you are on.
And
Yeah.
go ahead.
I said I guess you are on the committee on Ways, Means, and Finance.
Banking and currency. Now with me and finance, because we are 5 from Magibi County. And there's another colleague of mine who represents Waste, Means, and Finance from Magibi County. So we cannot have 2 persons from Magibi County to represent Waste, Means, and Finance.
On your committee. Oh, okay, that's good. Okay.
So unfortunately, yes, I'm not on that committee.
Okay.
Give us a brief synopsis of the latest happening in your district first before going to capital building. What are some of the progress since you are the people lawmaker? What are some of the progress that you have tried or you are trying to put into place to improve the life of our people in Magibi, specifically District Number 3?
I wish this question was being asked to some of my constituents, so at least they can say instead of it coming from me. But I would say it, and then because I know that we have audience, other people are listening, so they know exactly what it is. I think so far so good. We are making progress. My constituents and myself, we have been working closely together. There are some things that we have done the short period of time. From the time I became the representative elect to present, there are a lot of things that have been done, and I know that my constituents are happy. They are part of me, and we are going to go further. So some of the things that we have achieved from that time till present, right after the election results, when we were announced as the winner, and I was the representative elect, during my campaign period, I noticed a lot of things, a lot of challenges being faced by my constituents and the county as a whole. But the main issue that I tried to tackle was the health issue.
Okay.
There was some outbreak that they call it here. They call it B serious, but it's something like rash that was taking over the entire body. It affected families. You would not enter a house. If maybe by the grace of God, a family of maybe 10, 15, 20, maybe only 2 or 3 that don't have it, they call it B serious. We were trying to get medication for that. So during the campaign period, I had my mobile clinic. I was able to help them with a registered nurse. So right after that, I went to the central government. Through my way of lobbying, I was able to get some medical equipment and some medicines for them. That according to the district health officer, the county health officer, Shari from C.H. Rennie, those medication was about over 20,000 United States dollars. I was able to get that for my people, and I spread it around the county, not only the district, because my district is District 3, but I know how serious that sickness is because it's still around till present. So I didn't want to focus only on my district.
Okay.
I went to the C.H. Rennie that I made a donation. I went to the Kakata Health Center. I went to Hartford. I went to Bacola. Those are in different, but they are in other districts. Let me put it that way, not only in District 3. Because Bacola is in District 4. But the Kakata Health Center is the government facility, the same with Rennie. So I was able to go there and make that donation to the people, which it helped. They were very grateful for it. At least it's not so high as compared to that time.
Okay.
So at least I'm grateful, and my people are also grateful for that. And we're able to do a major rehabilitation, a major road rehabilitation. That is from the 26th gate to the police station. For those that know Kakata very well, they will tell you it's a little distance. And imagine I have my pregnant women getting on motorbikes to leave from the division on that road to go to Rennie. Just to have medication. Sometimes they reach there before I did that donation. When they reach there, no medicine. Some of them will have accidents on the road because of the condition of the road. But by the grace of God, I was able to do the rehabilitation. I got the pictures on my Facebook page here. That's something that actually cost me a lot too, but I was happy at the end of the day that I was able to rehabilitate that road, and my people are now moving smoothly. They told me that, nowadays, the thing that we used to take 10, 15 minutes before, now we take like 5 minutes or smooth ride. The level of accident has reduced the rate. And I'm actually happy for that.
So,
other than that, other things that have been going on to, like the scholarship I have for my students, is ongoing. I think I have approximately over 200 students now in different schools on the scholarship.
200 students?
More than 200 students.
Okay.
So, Honorable,
because this scholarship is something that was ongoing before, prior to my election. So those students plus the ones that were added after I became victorious, they also increased the number to that. Approximately, it's about that number.
Honorable, you are a very young lady who has just made a breakthrough to get to the national legislature. And looking at the current situation in the country when it comes to debates ranging from war crime code and criminal code, I guess you were in Liberia and you witnessed economic crime. You witnessed the atrocities that took place in our country. You witnessed the killing of people. And there are people who are advocating that we should establish a criminal code that will prosecute those who have stolen or who are charged of corruption. There are debates that we should also establish the war crime code to be able to prosecute those who have been able to invade our country and brought some atrocities to our people. If this bill is presented to the parliament, or if this advocacy is taking place, or the TRC is presented to the parliament for consideration of something else, what is going to be your stand, and what do you think about the establishment of the war crime code and the criminal code in Liberia?
And the economic
crime code, yes.
Yes. I would say to you that we know what we experienced during the war. It's not something that Liberians ever want to go through again, no matter what. We know how this country is now, and we know what it should have been like. If even not 100%, but we know that outside of the war, it would have been somewhere good. So I think that's something that we need to put into place that will serve as a warning shot to others. So know that you cannot come and do things against the Liberian people, and at the end of the day, you'll be walking here free and nobody doing anything to you. And once we put that measure into place, those that have that mindset that we think we can bring war to this country, we're going to set Liberia back, they will not be brave to do it. They will not want to think in that direction, because by then they would have seen and known the measures that are into place. So if they're taking that risk, they'll be taking a risk on their own. So I will tell you that I'm sorry that some people don't know how how things are done in the house. Everything is by election. Today we can put that bill on the floor. If we don't have the number that we need for it to be passed into a bill, it will not work. But we will try to talk to our colleagues to see reason why we should put a measure into place. I may not agree with all the terms and the conditions, but I know for sure with what I experienced, even though I am not that old, I was born October 27, 1983, but I know 1990 war, I know April 6 war, I know the World War I, II, and III. So if we need to put things together that will stop people from thinking in that direction, I'm going to give my support. I'll be honest with you.
Good.
When it comes to the economic crime codes, he did mentions about it. People siphon the country resources, are walking scot-free in our country, and nothing has been done. From the past government to the present one, they left the country broke. It have even caused for you, the legislature, to even implement projects because of the so-called budget shortfall that we experience. Honor Madam Ellie Johnson Salif, what's your take on the issues of economic crime code in our country?
Yeah, economic crime code is something that we should embrace, because whatever you do, you should be able to give. You should be held responsible. You should be able to give account. You can't say you're doing something, you can give us an account of what you do. We need to know. So if we put that measure into place too, whatsoever that is being served for the Liberians will be able to benefit. I understand exactly where you're coming from there. Let me make it very practical. You have, for example, that a previous lawmaker that had maybe the money in the budget that was supposed to execute some project in your district. Unfortunately, he or she did not do it. You taking over. People are looking at you. People are watching you to know whether you're going to do it or not. And if you come and say, okay, because there was money allocated for this project and we cannot see what happened to it, so it's not my responsibility, who you think is going to feel the pain at the end of the day? The constituents. Who are the constituents? The people of Liberia. But if we have all those things into place, we get to know that, look, I was given $10 US because I'm supposed to put a signboard at this place. I need to put it there because at the end of the day, I will have to give my report that this signboard was mounted to wherever I was at to put it. So I also agree with that. But I would say people got way of doing things or implicating people or just saying things that are not fact. Once we go after it, we go through the process and we know that they are actually factual information. Those people are guilty. Why shouldn't their action be taken against them? It should. Because whenever we do that, other people that are watching, if they were working towards the corruption, they would take 2 steps backward. This thing is fire. If I go there, I'm going to be caught in the middle and I will be prosecuted. I don't want that. So whatever I have for Liberia, let me make sure I do it for the Liberia.
Great.
So it's not a bad idea.
Great. So in short term, you practically support the War Crime Code and the Economic Crime Code.
I support one.
Okay.
Is going to be put into place, the rightful measures will be taken, and that it will serve as a warning to others who are trying to take Liberia backward. I stand for it.
Okay. So, Honorable, one question again. You are in the national legislature. You people have received the national budget of Liberia, and the budget is around about $565 million, and almost 65% of this budget has to do with salary, and a very huge portion of that budget, of that salary component, comes from the legislature. What measure is the legislature putting in place to make sure that we have some spending being cut down, especially when it comes to wages?
That we have? Excuse me? Well, that we have what?
What measure is the House putting in place that will make sure that this budget has a actual representation of the people when it comes to wages being cut down, so that we can have more projects being implemented? For example, you are a Lily, and we lost her. We're going to get her back quickly. And so the question has been, I'm trying to answer the question, what the lawmakers are going to do to reduce their salary and make sure that they empower more programs.
She's back on the line.
Yes. So, honorable, welcome back to the
Yes.
line. So I'm trying to find out what measure are you people putting in place to reduce salary and be able to do more empowerment for women and youth in the parliament, because 65% of the national legislature budget, of the government budget is salary. It has to do with wages, and then most of the component of the wages comes from the legislature. It's more than almost $40 million. So what mechanism are you going to put in place to make sure we have these things? Do you have intent to reduce the salary, honorable?
Oh, I will tell you that reducing my salary is not an issue. But let me know that my salary is being reduced for a reason. Let me know where it is directed and how it is managed. Other than that, I will not reduce my salary. The reason is simple. People complain that, or people do believe that the lawmakers' salaries are actually high. I'll tell you any day, if people actually step back and look at what we are faced with on a daily basis, they will know that the lawmaker's salary is not high. They will get to know. You have your constituents that don't even understand that you're there for lawmaking, for representation and oversight. Yes, they're not even understanding that. They believe that whenever there's an issue with them, whether it's something social or something private, you should be the one to come to the aid directly. I will give you a particular example. What I have done for the past, I think, week, I've donated about 47 bundles of zinc. And it is still not sufficient. There was a storm came last week, I think, or last 2 weeks approximately, that affected a lot of homes in the district. People were homeless, they were internally displaced, so people were starting with friends at the churches. So I have to come in as the lawmaker. I'll tell you this, and I'm glad I'm on air. People are listening to me. I have been trying my way through RC, and I was referred to Red Cross to see how best they can come in to help those people with zinc that are homeless. To no avail. So I'm a lawmaker. I'm taking my salary to buy zinc for the people. And I tell you what, you buy the zinc for them, they tell you that, oh, our mom, not only the zinc, no lay. They carry the sticks and all. They some carry everything. So I'm able to start from anywhere. You think I want to give them the zinc, and at the end of the day, they don't have the meals, they don't have the sticks that they need for them to move back to their zero home? No. That zinc will be of no use if they have it and they don't have the other materials that they need. Again, I have to come in to help them.
Okay.
I'm going to say that's not the function of the lawmaker. But if I know that I'm having my salary, I'm not cutting down my salary because I'm working with my constituents directly, so I know how I help them, that's justifiable. Then for my money to be cut down, I don't know where it's going, I don't know how it's being monitored, and I still have my constituents coming to me directly for direct help. No, I say no to that.
You people are very few people who start taking calls, honorable. You will start to receive calls from people across the globe. You people, female representation is very few in the parliament. What measure are you putting in place, or argument are you able to make, or will you be making when it comes to the budget that will have more impact on the lives of young girls and women?
Female education specifically.
Yeah, especially women empowerment.
Female education is something that is very, very serious. We need to help them. Whatever thing I can do, if I have the power alone to do it, I will do all I can. I know what my women are faced with in my district. Now, as I speak, I've started my small agriculture project, a little farming that is into vegetables, corn, rice. I'm only doing that because I want to empower the women. I know what the women are faced with. So empowering the women, it will be of great help to Liberia. The women don't go at those days where the women sit home and the men were the breadwinner. No. You go on the contrary now, you find the women going to the market to sell, they honor the son, they're bringing food home for the family. Most of the men, either they are jobless or whatever they are doing, the salary is not okay to sustain the family. So empowering the women is something that will help and it will change Liberia. I just did a event. I'm trying to plan. I'm not done properly with the planning, but it's all about trying to raise funds for my rural women to empower them. Because I realized that we have the land in my district, the land is there, but the people can't even afford something common as 1,500, maybe 2,000 $100 to buy the seeds to start the farming. But when you put a woman in the bush, if you see the work that you can do, you'd be surprised.
So,
you'd be surprised.
Honorable, it seems that you have a great passion for youth and women empowerment, and especially for empowering your district. And when you spoke of the war crime code and the economic crime code support, that brought relief to some people who have been advocating for that. You also, with your stand on those two issues, automatically knows that you are someone who speaks towards reconciliation. Okay? In Bon County, you are a lawmaker in the parliament, and there will be a bill coming to your parliament very soon that you are a member of. The senator of Bon County has raised some debate that there is a need to divide the county into two because one portion of the county is not benefiting the resources of the county. And so this debate has been on the floor. And so there have been mixed views. People say no, some people said they will support, some people said they will not support. But you people are the one who will make the decision because you are given the authority by the Constitution to do so. Looking at the economic situation right now we have in Liberia, looking at the distribution of wealth when it comes to, for example, Magibi County. Because Magibi to Bon County is not far. What will be your stand on the kind of issue on the division of county, especially this time in our country?
I have colleagues that I'm close to that are from Bon County. And I asked, I think, two of them recently. I asked them because I wanted to know the feedback from those that live in Bon County. For me, everything that I do in my district, I don't make decisions on my own.
Okay.
I talk to my people, they guide me through the process, and then we come up with a decision and we proceed. Unfortunately, I'm in Magibi County. I'm not in Bon County. I will be honest, I've not had the time to talk to the people of Bon County outside of the two colleagues that I talked to know whether it's something that the people need. How is it going to benefit the people? If we find out it's something that the people of Bon County need and it's actually going to benefit them, we go for it. I'm not going to say I will pass, I will support this bill because my colleague asked me to know. I will ask questions. Let's do a survey. Let's know what is going to what the outcome will be for the people. If dividing the country is not going to produce anything fruitful, then what's the essence? But if it is going to help the people, we go for it because in everything we do, we represent the people and we're trying to give them a livelihood.
Thank you. Keep your calls.
That decision should come from the people.
Good. So keep your calls
it
coming
should come
in.
from the people.
Keep your calls coming in. For those who are watching this live video, you can call the number right now to participate on the program. Our numbers here to call is +1 215 594 6133 +1 215 594 6133. You can call to participate on this program.
I wanted to
and so we have
our first
caller on the phone. Hello, caller, your name, where you calling from?
Yeah, thank you very much. My name is Momosaki. I'm calling from Minnesota.
Okay. Honorable, you getting him?
Yeah, I'm hearing Momosaki, right?
Yeah,
from
go ahead.
Minnesota.
Momosaki, go ahead.
Yeah, first I want to thank you for bringing my representative to your studios because I'm from district Magibi.
Oh.
Matiara Committee, Tawatu Gara, My question is to the honorable representative. We noticed over the year when John Boy was superintendent, John Boy then 2013, they did a groundbreaking 1.7 million. They set up a great all work Kakata. And in that groundbreaking 2014, after Ebola, John Boy said of more bar or yellow machines. I want to ask the honorable lawmaker. They are new when they came to power. They have one person. What are the remedy they are put into place to call John Boy as a legislator because they have a phone to ask him what he did with the county development fund and where is the yellow machine? Because we know what the past year rainy road when really see on the road is bad up. Unfortunately, are doing little greeting, but I believe they cannot solve the problem. They cannot solve the entire district problem. So I want to know what are some of the remedies they are putting into place so that the past leadership of Maggie can get calm.
Okay. Thank
you, Saki.
We'll take 2 calls, then you can answer the questions. We'll go to the next. We need to go to the next one. Hello, caller. Anybody calling from?
You have to reduce your monitor behind you once you call in. We can take that. Let's go to the next one.
Hello, caller. Anybody you calling from?
How you doing? This is Fred Sodan.
Okay, Fred.
Yeah, this is Fred Sodan. How you doing, sir?
Not bad, Fred. You are live with the Honorable from Margibi County. Quickly to the issue, please.
Oh, thank you very much. Like we have been saying over the time, we talk about the War Crime Code, the Economic Crime Code, and we do support those issues. And I think it's right now clear that the honorable have a stand on it, and we've been saying that people should be accountable for what happened in our country during the atrocity, and also people should be held responsible for current happening when it comes to finance and other stuff. So I want to tell the honorable thank you for her stand on those issues. And like she said about the bill in Bond County, we know she comes from different counties. She want to make a survey and then go for the right decision, as she said. But one thing I want to remind her, I want to ask her our current state of affairs. We have a constitutional problem now, both Bond County and Maserati County. With the constitutional due time, our rights in Bond County and Maserati County have been violated without the by-election being held in a period of 90 days. So what is our stand? Because I know we're running into constitutional crisis now. We from Bond County are lobbying support to sue central government because we are not equally represented in the House of Senate.
Thank you, Chief. We'll take the last caller for now. She answered the question from Liberia. Hello, caller. Your name, where you calling from?
Hello, this is Fubi Hendricks calling from Liberia.
Oh, Fubi Hendricks. How are you? You're live with the honorable on the line.
That's Fubi from District Number 9.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yes, Abara, what's up?
How about you? Quickly to the issues, Chief.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Honorable Ato, for those points, and also just to comment on the stance on the war crimes and economic crimes code. We need to set serious deterrent. That is something that we all must be able to support across this country. And on the issue of the salary issue, I understand our point, and it's excellent. But one thing that I think the lawmakers are focusing on now is how to push for private sector development and improvement from the national government standpoint. That way, the burden on the lawmakers will be reduced, because if people cannot find food to eat, they will definitely knock their door. If people cannot find money to pay their children's school fees, they will definitely knock their door. But if job creation is being done, like she's doing with the agricultural project with the women, those are all good initiatives to encourage more private sector investment. That way, you can divert the attention of the people from you to their businesses and their jobs. So they want to comment on that, and we'll keep pushing to see how we can help make the government better.
Quickly, Fui, before you go, you did petition the House a few days or a few weeks ago, or if not last week. What really prompting you with the issues of the War Crime Code? Is it that you want international recognition, or is it your man have been fully supported? We have it US dollar for you to take manpower to the Capitol building in fear of this war crime. What bargain be bargain? We are Liberian.
No, yeah, we have deep in our own pockets. If we see the online support, we know that we are not even getting support. The money that we have used, we are even used overboard that amount personally. So it's not an issue of support from America. And you listen to Honorable Arthur, she said it right. Everybody went through the war one way or the other. If you look at crimes from 1918, I was 4 months old. My grandfather was killed by Representative George Bulley. So we cannot be clapping for murderers in the country and be clapping. If you look through the war, I was 10 years old when the war started on my birthday. And I sought refuge at JFK. The very first day Bulley I saw at age of 10 was at JFK, being killed by those death squad team that went to raid JFK. I saw pick up loads of people that were moved from JFK to the James Princeton airstrip for execution because they were from Nima County. On Prince Johnson side, I saw live people having sex in public. I was about 10 going to 11. Those are scenes that will never leave my eyes every time I think about them. So we all felt the war one way or the other. And you see people opening pregnant women's stomach and say they want to see the gender of the child. That was that war they were fighting. And we cannot be sitting down complacent and think that everything is okay. You know, you sitting down among mass murderers and killers and rapists, and we all feel okay. We say let bygone be bygone. Where it should be bygone.
Thank you. Tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you. We allow the honorable to respond
to the questions.
Okay. For the first caller, if I got him right, he wants for us to ask the former superintendent questions concerning, I think, a yellow machine or something.
Yes.
Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Issue,
To get
now that we have to give account here, we have a new superintendent, Honorable Jerry Vanny. He and myself, we have talked along with the members of the caucus. We are not going to leave things as it is. Of course, we ask questions and they will be able to provide, he will be able to provide that information to the superintendent and see what went wrong. If something actually went wrong, we see how best we can fix it. As I said, we need to put things into place so that those that are in power now, we that are in power, we are not going to make the mistakes that others made. I'm not saying that the former superintendent was in the wrong or maybe the machine. I don't know how they got that yellow machine. But I know he's going to do a 10-hour report to the present superintendent, and he will report to the caucus. We are not going to cover anything that will not be okay. I'll give you an example. This recent county league that ended, Marquis County, our team did not want to play. Money that was given to the county for the league, they couldn't give a kind of aid, and we wanted to motivate them. Each of the lawmakers, we had to pay $1,000 US each. We sent that $7,000 US before the team was able to play. So you think we want to compromise things and then the money be coming from our pocket and give it, whereas the money was meant for that purpose? No, I don't know about others, but for me, Honorable Atta, I don't want that. So we gave the former superintendent the benefit of the doubt. He should work, when I say work along with the present superintendent, he should give him information, turn over money that are there, what he left there, things that he left there for the county, and we proceed from there. So I'm still waiting patiently. I know they're going to come to us for us to have a meeting, and then we'll have a conclusion. So that is something that we will consider, and I will make sure I ask that question. Let me have a proper understanding about how that yellow machine came into the country.
Thank you.
And where it is.
The next question came from the guy from Bon County.
Yeah, well, I didn't really get him from Bon County.
He talked about the constitutional crisis when it comes to the
when it comes to the election,
by-election, and he also mentioned about what the government is doing because we're already running into a constitutional crisis.
What's your take on that?
Yeah, it's not a good thing to violate the Constitution, but I don't want to say the government is violating the Constitution for no reason. I will not say that. Considering the fact that there's a proper government, they say no money, there's no money, and the money that NEC asked for, if I'm right, 1.2 million, and according to the news that I read on Front-Page Africa, they have only received 500,000, which is not sufficient for them to conduct the election. So we are a member on elections and inauguration. are members of that committee.
Okay.
So when I saw the story, my chairman and myself, we discussed it. So what we're trying to do is see how we can invite NEC, let them give us a proper understanding, maybe Ministry of Finance. Let's see how we can work around it to have the election. Because of what we need to have election. If we don't have election, what becomes of one county and Montserrat? It's clearly stated in the Constitution, so we need to have it.
And there will be another one.
Equally so, and it was clearly stated that the economy they inherited is not good. So there's no money for that, only $500. They are not refusing, but that's what's available. And if next year we cannot work with it, we just need to see how we can come to the table, to the drawing board, and have a point. We can't say we will not do anything about it, we will not have any election and take down. No, that's violation of the Constitution.
Yeah,
all right, so we await our calls.
So we'll take more calls. You can keep your calls coming in. The owner will be here to ask
there was
you.
a third caller too that was saying, or was it?
Okay, yes, he talked about that was Fubi's Henry. He talked about the code. I mean, he's glad that you're supporting the economic crime code and the
and you asked why we can forgive.
Yeah, for it to be
background fine. In my explanation earlier, I said to you that we need to put measures into place. It doesn't mean that we can forgive. We can forgive, we can forget, but we can try to act like we have forgotten the past. That's the only way we'll move forward. But in forgiving, we may not have to persecute others or those that fall victim of what happened. But if we make it known that going forward, these are the measures that will be taken if you are found in XYZ activities, it would scare others from doing it. I'm not going to say we got to do no, we must prosecute them anyhow. It's a decision that will be taken collectively. I'm forgiving everybody that heard me during the war, whatever that happened. I try to forgotten it. The reason is I want to focus. I want to move ahead of me. I don't want to keep thinking about it. The past. Because a lot of things that went on, some of our family members, they were directly affected. We know what it is. We know some of us where we are today because of the war. But can we keep holding on to that? No, we can't. So that means we shouldn't put a measure into place that would scare others from coming to want to try the same thing that happened in the past. We can still do that.
Okay, so we have another caller on the line. His I think Momo. How are you? What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Oh, thank you. My name is Ambassador D. Momochiro Jr. and I call from Japan, specifically in southwestern Japan.
Okay. What's your take on the show?
Thank you very much. Let me quickly extend my thanks and appreciation to Honorable Ellie. I listened to all of the statements from her and the comments relative to what she's doing in the district and her contribution towards the young people. But I think her point relative to Gawo asked a question about the reduction of salaries. I think that came from the studio. I think her point to not reduce the salary, I think it's valid, it's realistic because among the lawmakers, she's doing extremely well. I must be very, very realistic with that. I have a couple of guys who interact. If I'm a content coordinator of my GD, almost like here, I almost have to be the discussion. You feel me in the kind of significant work the lady is doing. And the other thing I'd like to advise her, she must be very careful. She must try to sometimes make the people understand some of the rules. Though it's good to get armed, good to get assistance. But let's be very careful before at the end of the day she becomes like some of the lawmakers who served in the 50th Nigerian legislature and it became Bemrock after a month. So let's be very careful and let's see what she can create other opportunities within the district, engage other institutions like illicit money activities that are ongoing, other companies within the confines of the district, or even lobby around Firestone to raise some other corporate one-to-one step-by-step with lawmaking procedure to be able to give support to some of the district members. Instead of her using her own domestic resources, at the end of the day, she will go very broke. I've seen lawmakers who today, each time to come back from Bombing County, today he had to be riding motorcycle to leave from one place to another, and a couple other guys.
Thank you.
But let me explain my thing. And also to this, my brother, Fubi Henry. let me say thank you. I know I had an opportunity to speak to him on the track taking relative to the submission of the bill for the importation of the economic crime code. I think the lawmakers need to look in that direction. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Hello, callers on the line. Hello, caller. Anybody calling from?
Yeah, my name is Prince and Sharif Emmanuel and AB. I call from Maryland.
Okay.
Quickly to the issue, Prince.
Yes, sir. I think we are looking at the by-election, isn't it? I'm sorry.
No,
Yes.
we the honorables talk about a lot of issues this morning. So you just give your view on what you heard, and if you have question for the honorable, and then you can ask your question. She is
Okay,
Honorable
then
Atto
I would
from
not like
Magidi.
to take the time of other people, but I will listen to the topic, I will listen to the points because I just come in and I heard her concluding statement.
Okay.
Okay,
So who you right
thank
there?
you.
We'll go to
We'll
the
hold
next
you right
caller.
there and go to another call.
Yeah. Hello, caller. Oh, Lord, I called it right there. You can call back on the program. I will have Honorable Ellen Atto here, the lawmaker of District Number 3, Maggie County, who is here to answer a few of your questions.
And let us.
We'll have that caller on the line. Let me pick up that caller. Hello, caller. Your name? Where you calling from?
Yeah, good morning, Lakama. Me is Francis, bro. I'm calling from Toronto.
Okay. What's your Toronto Canada? What's your contribution?
Yeah, my contribution is I would like to say thank you to the oral for supporting the economic work network. But I'd love to ask a question here concerning about the DDR Institute in my country. Going down. What are they doing to improve that? And also the Renee Hospital in my country. What are the legislation that do to improve the hospital? The Renee Hospital is very important.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Take one more caller.
Love to that one. We'll go to the honorable.
Hello, caller. Your name? Where you calling from? Okay, we lost that caller. So, honorable, you listen to the two questions.
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm listening, but the line is not so clear, so I'm not getting a proper understanding from them. So, asking people here to please relay, and then I will proceed.
Okay. The first question came from Japan. The guy spoke of.
It was just basically a verse.
Yeah.
He was talking about the honorable need to,
Yeah.
Look at and
more
create
empowerment.
Opportunity for other people instead of her using her own personal fund because someone flew him from Liberia to Japan and told him the levels of work that this honorable is doing in her district and the countries alike. So he was advising her to be careful how she use her own resources.
But honorable, just hold on. Let's pick up this caller. I hope you get this caller clear. Hello, caller. Your name? Where you calling from?
Okay.
Hello, caller.
That caller.
Okay, so honorable can respond to.
And then the last question was about BWR.
What are you doing to
what are you guys doing to improve BWR?
Because it is going down the drain. That's the question.
Yeah, there was a bill that was presented in the 53rd by my colleagues. A communication was sent to the House wanting to make BWR college a full college by Honorable Ben A. Fofana. So he brought it to me. I look at it, I read it, and we're trying to see how we can push it. I got students in BWR as well. I know what they're capable of doing. You won't believe. I will post that picture on my Facebook page. There's a kid who is not even in 10th grade yet. For my house that I have in my district, he was able to do exactly the same with cartoon. Lights and everything in it. I'm telling you, I will post it. I told him.
You got to inbox me that picture.
I told him, so I will do that. So I was so impressed. I asked him, I said, what your level? And he told me he's in BWR. So we know that from my own survey, because I was a victim before, that's how I learned. Let me just carry it back small. When I started college, I went in a business college. I started doing public administration and management. Later on, I said, no, I don't think this is what I want to do. When I was sophomore, I went back and started with freshman courses to go and do sociology and social work because I did not have a guardian to take me through the process. So I didn't know what I was doing. I just entered college. But they got some people who already have that talent. They need somebody to budget their effort. And you have something like BWR with that kid, with what I saw. What do you think will happen if we should invest or we should upgrade BWR?
Okay.
You know what will happen? You know what we're talking about in the future? So BWR is something that my eyes are on BWR. The best thing that we can do for BWR, we will do it. And I thank God I happens to be it happens that I'm the co-chair for the caucus, the MyGB caucus.
Okay.
So I know my colleagues will listen to me. They will see reason for us to work in that direction to improve BWR.
Okay.
If we have to upgrade the standard so that it will be or renowned to a college, we will do that. And I'm trying to, I'm live as well. I'm trying to read some of the comments. I was at somebody writing one William Harris that asked me what I'm doing about Firestone and her employees' relationship. I said to Firestone, I was with the management on Monday. I had a meeting with them on Monday. I told them I need to understand why they are not doing certain things. Prior to that meeting on Monday, I invited AWU, that's the Firestone Worker Association, because I wanted to have a proper, clearer understanding of what my constituents have been bringing to me. Some of the things they said to me, yeah, it makes sense, but again, Firestone was in Liberia. Liberia says free compulsory elementary education. Why is it other kids on the division not going to school? I have a school in 37. I have a school that the principal was at my house yesterday that they need additional 2 bonus of zinc. Division 31. We have Division 26. You think I want to go and be looking and they're not even giving us the donation to construct except where they feel like, or the churches, that's what we use. I provide generator, the materials for the people to help the children out there. Their answer to me was, because they are contractors and they are not being contracted by Dave Firestone directly, they pass through one contracting company called Yata. Yata are the ones that hire them, and they hire those people through Yata. So if they hire you and you live in Division 26, for example, they just hire you to tap. For the month that you'll be tapping, they cannot give you that full facility as an employee where they will give you a housing. Your child will be able to go to the school because it's just you are not an employee but rather a contractor. So after your contract ends, maybe in 3 months, what happens if they give you another contract in Division 43 and it's a distance? So if you come and put a contractor child in a school in Division 26, you go in the school, you move that person to 43, that person got to get out for the next person to come in. How would that child go to school from 26 to 43? They can't afford it. They don't have buses to take them around the distances. So to cut low market short, they don't want to do that. That's why they only focus on the employees. I said, other people have been serving as contractors for years. Which the HR told me it is not true. But I would say here that the people are so afraid because that's all they know. You stay with your parents on the division. You turn out to be 11, 12. You start washing the bowl. You start following them. You start tapping. That's all they left they know. So some of the papers they gave to them, I tell you, bring the documents to me. Let me see the child. Now we scared when the people tell us, they will track us. We know you to employ us. We know you're helping us. That's how afraid they are. And how can I fight a case when I don't have the tools? I don't have evidence. The only thing I was able to succeed with recently, and I'm glad, we talked to them for the people to be doing a little backyard farming. At least if they have the money they raise, they don't have to buy potato greens, they don't have to buy cassava leaf, water green, or whatever. But it's stopping them from burning the place. They brought a complaint to me. We talked about it to Capital Building in the conference room. I sent a communication to them. By the grace of God, they honor that. They said, okay, we give you a day, whether in a month or in a week for you to do the burning, but you have to do it collectively so that the fire can now pass the boundary to spoil the rubber trees. I said, thank you. At least you're giving them the permission because the money it cannot sustain them. It can't.
Okay.
It can't. It is my dream to know that Firestone, they will have a good working relationship with their employees. Those people today, after they work for several years, some of them are blind, some related, some of them accident and all that thing. They come out and they become my responsibility. You think I want that? I don't want that. So I will continue to advocate for them until we can put things into place where it's supposed to be.
All right. I have two questions for you, Honorable. When it comes to the health sector within Margibi, I want for you to tell our audience, and if not the Librarian people, what have been your impact when it comes to not only your district? I know the disease that came and it was all on Facebook, that people were getting the itch spots on their skin. You have vehemently to reduce the spread of it within your districts and in the counties a lot. When it comes to the hospital's need of the people in Margibi County, what are you guys doing? When I say you guys, I'm referring to the caucus, if not the lawmaker from Margibi.
The caucus, we have not had that discussion, but I received a communication yesterday that they're having a board meeting tomorrow for the CH training. And I told them I won't be there, but my COS will represent me for the meeting because tomorrow is session day, so I won't be there. So I will not speak for the caucus now, but as an individual, as the lawmaker of District Number 3 in Margibi County, it's only the car road, the street that separate District 3 from District 4 and District 5. So whatever medication I told you that I got in, the third on Foundation Africa that was over $20,000 US. I took it to Bakole, that is in District 4. I took it to the Kakata Health Center where people come from District 5, Chalalada, where they start, because it's maybe in the middle, it's closer to them. I took it to even the private clinic. People were angry. Our mom, why are you giving it to the private clinic? Because they are going to generate profit from something they did not buy. I'm not looking at it from that side. I'm looking at the fact that the people, my constituents, will go to the clinics or the hospital, and the common medicine that they need, they can't have it because it's not available. They don't even know where to buy it. That's why I'm giving it to them. I only gave the government entities more because they are free. And I continue to lobby. The last time I went to town, I got gloves. So I think it's Honorable Phoebe Henry and hear myself talk about something I told you and say, you need to help me. Whatever you can help me with, let me try to give it to my people. I met his sister, I know his sister very well. So she told me, okay, I will talk to my brother to see how you can come in. Recently, I've been trying to lobby for a mosquito net. It's in the pipeline. Once it materializes, I'm going to give it to my people. I can't wait and say I will wait for the caucus to make that decision. So until we can come together as the caucus, what I can do in my own capacity that I've been doing.
Okay, thank you.
Some of the medication that I used during the campaign period, I still have some. People do come to me. Sometimes I tell them, I say, if you have your prescription, you come. I give them the medicine. What it is there. I say, but I call it next. I tell her, I say, this is what on the prescription explain to me better. She gave me the go ahead, this means this, give the person this. But then I send it back. I have a very good relationship with the people of Rennie.
Okay.
So I do call them.
We have a caller. All right, Honorable. We have a caller here. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show.
How are you doing? Good morning. My name is Francis.
You are coming in not clear. Hello?
I'm from Canada.
Yeah, quickly to the issues.
Yeah, according to your point, the senator is listening. I just have a couple of questions. My first question here, in regards to the bill that will pass, we noticed that agriculture seems to be not a priority for Liberia. What's our intake on that? Two, what's the government doing when it comes to the medical issue? Because I heard she's speaking that she has to take some medication and pass over to the private sector. So when they go to meeting, when this issue is raised,
are you getting the caller, Honorable?
I'm not getting that caller at all.
Yeah, I think you need to call back.
We need to call back.
Yeah, I think you need to call back.
Honorable, are you in any way in communication with the Magibi associations in the United States, and are you thinking about visiting to see how best you can be able to lobby with various states and make your case to see how they can be able to help the people of Magibi, especially women, when it comes to those items that you naming, because books, computers, and what have you, the people in the United States are willing to be able to give it to people who ask for it. Are you in any way thinking about, leaning with the association president to see how best you guys can work together to help the people of Magibi?
No, I'm not yet in contact with them, but it's something that I look forward to. I'm doing it. I met this guy on Facebook. His name is Chokon Blake. He's into that, and he's trying to open a library. So we have been talking. He's in Liberia presently, but we have not seen each other. So hopefully during the course of the week, we will see each other. For me, I say to people, once we turn to be a beggar, just to help my people to improve their lives out, I have no problem with that. Recently, or maybe like 3 days ago, I put something up on my Facebook page about a fund drive. That fund drive is to empower women. There's one lady on Division 28, one British woman. You call her potato beans cacao leaf. You know why they call her like that? You call her real name, they will not even show you Matthew. But when you say looking for cacao leaf, potato beans, everybody will show you. During the camping period, I met that woman. She said, my daughter, I want you to help me. So I said, what do you want me to help you with? She said, the place park. I shame. I thought I could go behind the car. We went behind the car. You know what that woman wanted me to help her with? To buy seeds to plant her palawasa, her water green. She did all the calculation and came to $1,800. I said, oh, man, all? She said, yeah, all. I said, is it the one that supply the people Division 28? She said, yes, I gave her $3,000. You know what I was doing today? So I'm impressed, and I'm also having a garden going on, a farm. Okay. And people are employed, so I'm working in that direction. So
I'll take this call, and then we'll call it a day. I'll take our few last callers, and we'll call it a day. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Oh, this is Sept. I'm calling from Australia.
Quickly to the issues.
First, I want to congratulate you guys for the hard work, and we hope that you guys can keep it up, Keep inviting not just lawmakers, but some of the ministers, and we hope they can kind of like accept your invitation to come and clarify some stuff. And I want to say thanks to the lawmaker that's online with you guys. I want to congratulate her for everything that she's doing. I did listen to her, and I got some points from her that really made sense. And I think that we have few people thinking in the direction that she's thinking in now. Things are going to start changing around. But my thing I want to say here to her, one of the callers said is that she's helping people. We want them to think in another direction. We want them to change the direction that the others been going in, that is giving the people help. We want them to come up with a way that they can be able to help these people to be able to stand on their own feet. So they're in the house of law. They need to pass law that will be able to empower Liberian people into businesses. That's going to make them to stop asking them, the lawmakers, what happens if she leave office tomorrow? The people that she's helping will not get help. What happens to the people? What happens to their kids? So these are the kind of hard questions we should start asking ourselves. So I like what she said. She wants to reduce her salary, but where is it going? That's her question.
Thank
you.
If
they can make the right laws in there, we show that those people will be able to get the necessary help that they will get to look after themselves. And then the next thing is the budget. Looking at the budget, some of us, we got three major concerns: education, the health, and agriculture. And looking at these three sections, it's really, really low. What can they do as a lawmaker to kind of like advocate that this area can be able to get more financial assistance than they do have now? So that's my two questions. Thank you.
Thank you. You have any caller there?
No, I think that's...
All right, that is our last caller for the day. Caller, quickly respond, and then you can give your parting comment. Let us inform our audience tomorrow. We will have the guys that are advocating for the War Crown Court in Liberia. They will be our guests tomorrow, and in person of one Franklin. Franklin, who used to be a SEAL, he will be here tomorrow via our phone line. Quickly, Honorable, your response to the questions and the last caller.
Yeah, you need to ask something with the question from the
The question is, he is saying that the best thing that you guys can do is to help to create more feature than for you to be giving handout. That the day you leave power, exactly. What happened to the people that you guys are helping? He know that exactly. You guys are helping. That was one of your points. The next thing is, when it comes to the budget, he is looking at three major points. He is looking at agriculture, education, and health. Those priorities in the budgets are very low. What you guys are doing?
It is low, indeed. And I know what one can generate from agriculture. That's the reason why I went into it, to help my people. And it's tiring that every time you have to provide for them. So I want to teach them how to fish. That's why I spoke about the fund drive earlier. When those people are empowered through the farming process, I know things will not be the same. I'm not being boastful, but the fact, the evidence are there. From my campaign, during my campaign period to present, I was campaigning at the same time undertaking projects. Let me just take you back small. I think I outlined some of the projects, what I have started doing till now. The road rehabilitation, that one is completed from Kakata Police Station to 25th Gate. The toilet to Buffalo community, 2-room toilet. They had no toilet and the people were going in the bush. That is completed. Water project completed to 25th Gate. Renovation of school to Division 26 completed. Right now, the water project completed. They had no water there.
Wow.
It's completed. You're talking about New Kakata, it's also completed. I have Buenesta, the project is ongoing. The one at Palawa, the water, I'm supposed to do the dedication today. For water in sewer, now just well. It's ongoing. By the grace of God, we'll do the dedication today. The Palawa, as I said, to Buenesta. So Bena community, the toilet is ongoing. I have Bassett Town, that is District 4. But I know people cross the street and they came to me and they asked me they need it. So that one to the hand pump is ongoing there. Holder Farm, that's where I live. Because I know it is not completed, I'm using a well right now to my house. I cannot cover it because I want to make sure that those other people, the well are completed for them to use before I can close mine. Then you're talking about it, I have the other legislative program going on to build our community. It's ongoing. The sponsorship continues. So these are not things that I want to be doing for my pocket. That's why I thought about the fund drive, to see how people can come in to help me with the women. Because the empowerment, some people just need 3,000, 3,500 to get to the source. I sit to my house, I see people coming to me with vegetables, they come to me with corn, they come to me with cucumber, with watermelon, huge quantities from the source. So I will try to put all those things on Facebook. I will send it to you, and I won't get in contact with those Madridians that are in the States. Whatever way they can help, can I have DJ Free as a lawmaker? We can put those things together just to help change the people. We need to change the status of the people, yeah. So I need the help from all over. Let me be a beggar for the sake of my people. I'm willing to do that. Once it will change their livelihood, it will improve it, I'm willing to do that.
We will ask your office staffers to send out the communications, and we will see how best we can connect your office with other partners in the United States that we know can be able to be a great help to you. But that will be discussed off air.
Thank you very much.
That will be discussed off air. Our team will partner with you guys in making sure that you reach out to other peoples in the U.S., especially in the state of Pennsylvania and Iowa, Des Moines. So, quickly, your parting comment.
Oh, I just want to say thanks for giving me the audience to be on this platform. I appreciate. I look forward to more communication from you or people around the world, like in terms of showing me the way to live, because as I said earlier, I don't want to do anything on my own. I always try to communicate with my people to move forward. And it is true that we need to forgive and forget. We need to let go of the past, but we should also take precaution and put things into place that we can't go back to where we came from. People are saying, oh, the honorable don't want to reduce her salary. I don't have problem with reducing her salary. Even the donor, if they gave you phone, they want to know how you use it. So if I gave you my money, let me know, give me an account. If I ask you, I want to know, give me the breakdown, I need it. Especially coming from a banking background too, give me the justify how you use it, then I'll be relaxed. But other than that, if you think my salary was reduced, the what I have done over 36 plus bonus, plus the fund, all the things that I've all nobody will tell you that it's from the government. No, it's not possible. But because I have control over the fund, so I know how I spend it on my people, and they are there. Everything I do for them, I put it up. To the extent that I give people business, because I don't want them to think that that money is just available. I've reduced myself to having a receipt book. I do that receipt book, give it to them. I tell you, okay, after 1 month or so, you come back. I look at what I gave you. I could look at the business is improving. Then I help you. So in the future, you'll be able to pay maybe like $500. You put it together. You can give it to another person to empower the person. Because we can't wait for the money to come in your house full before we make decisions, maybe before we change the lives of the people. So I want to say thank you to the great people of Liberia. I know people do call us noise makers instead of law makers. But it is not what we think, and we need you people guiding. Your input will help, but also make Liberia a better place. Liberia is all we have. We can't be deported from Liberia. So we just need to work together collectively and see how we can improve things around here. So let me say thank you once more for this great opportunity. And I'm not going to leave you. I will be on your back until I can get the help I need for my people.
All right. There's a one Samuel, one Josiah. He is Josiah. You can inbox us, and then we'll connect you with the honorable, so you can be able to connect.
Yeah, Samuel, Josiah. Thank you very much.
So you can connect with us. Just drop your message in there. We will contact you and see how best we can merge a communication between you and the honorable to see how best you can help your people back home. Thank you, and we are asking every one of you that are listening, you want to be the help to the people of MyGivi. It is better that you drop your comment down, drop your numbers, we will contact you and make a way for the Honorable Office to contact you as well. Liberia is the only place that we have. It is the only country that we can never be deported from. It is a place that we did not ask the Almighty God for us to be born in, but we were born there. So we need to help our people. With much I do from my end, let me say bye-bye, and I leave the control with Chief Emmanuel Bombosi.
Thank you, Honorable. It was nice having you on our program today. And so,
thank you.
We want to say that's how we come to the end of our program. We went having the Honorable Representative of District Number 3, Magibi County, Honorable Ellen A. Atto. She has been giving some exciting points this morning. It has been a very great show, and we are glad that we were able to have the Honorable on our program.
For me.
And so that's how we come to the closure of today's program. And tomorrow you will see us here with another guest from Liberia. Until then, have a very nice day. My name is Emmanuel N.B. Flomo, and I'm here with Abraham Kamara.
What the solution will be, 'cause when you stand up to oppose the wrong, they hold you down and say, keep your mouth shut. When I stand up to reveal the secret, everyone walks out, leaving the questioner amazed, yes. Tell her the truth now. Up to the world go crazy. Keep that easy show. Cause it be no smoke. Not fire, fire. Tell her the truth. Keep that easy show. Cause there'd be no smoke without fire. Tell I again jelly queen soul. Let the snake come forward now. We wanna know the truth. Let the fire maker come forward now. We wanna know the truth. Stop pointing fingers. Just carry your cross now. Don't rob Peter to pay Paul. Stop pointing fingers. Just carry your cross. Don't you blame others for your own mistakes. Yeah. Tell her the truth now. How did the world go crazy? Keep that easy show. Cause there'd be no smoke without fire. Tell her the truth. How did the world go crazy? Keep that easy show. Cause there'd be no smoke without fire. Keep it easy, no. Cause there'd be no smoke without fire. Tell her the truth. How did the world